Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The two jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back this morning. Once again, this is day 2 of Monsoon Madness. Big shout out to everyone who made it back in person after that game that ended late for me last night. Huck and I, we were both on that game, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
We both had Saturday
we
night.
ended your night, and we're starting your morning.
And now Sunday morning, Friday night. Oh my gosh, Friday night and now Saturday morning. Anyway,
I keep thinking it's Sunday as well.
Oh my gosh, I'm Loki Juanita, joined by
Huckleberry Gin.
We're so happy that you are all here with us, and oh my gosh, Jinja does not
Oh, look at those shoes! Let's go, Jinja.
Jinja does not disappoint ever. So day 2. Fierce again. Anyway, you know who else is fierce? Arizona Roller Derby's Arizona Rising and High Altitude Roller Derby Dark Sky Starlets. Let's focus on what we came here for, some roller derby.
You didn't come here for the shoes? I thought I come here for those shoes. But also the derby, of course.
So skating in black this morning, Arizona Rising, number 09, Vampira, 113, Sid Vicious, number 16, Just Monroe, 172, Pikachu, number 2, Mimi Mahler, 24/7, PMS, number 27, Babe Tovin, 31, 2x4, number 33, Mecca, 38, Colette Razorcat, number 574, Axel, 602, Phoenix, 709, that's Kiwi, number 710, Gail Satan, and 718, Ragin Bajan.
And in white today, we have the High Altitude Roller Derby Dark Sky Starlets, number 0, The Knockout, 1 Destruction, 13, Murphy's Law, 1414, Kid Radical, 142, Meals on Wheels, number 23, Dudbolt, number 24, Glitter Bomb, number 314, Pie Are Scared, number 32, Mini Fridge, number 321, Slaya, 73, Swamp, 750, Gin and Toxic, 76, Little Evil, and 802, Mow You Down.
All right. Thank you so much for that. And now our team official, we have Fickle Bitch, the Jinja Ninja, Nerdy Little Secret, Darth Bling, Griff, Loki, Velma Deckley, Hyperlinks, and Sweet and Sour Candy, along with Margie Ram, Dysentery, Flash, Dak in a Box, Nitro Glitterin, Hate Bit, Spider Monk, and Serious Hurts. That's a high-quality team out there.
They're the only undefeated team at any tournament you ever go to.
That's right. They always play to win, and they do.
Big shout out to the folks who showed up extra early this morning for the clinic hosted by Slick Shoes and Coyote. I see them wrapping up over there. I think they're towards the end of it, but we thought we were here early. They showed up early and ready to roll.
Yeah, a lot of great action and an excellent turnout too by the folks that came to learn. So good on all y'all that came out here extra early to get in some practice and learn from some really amazing coaches.
All right, we're about 25 seconds here from that 5 in the sky leading to that first whistle for the jam today. Arizona Roller Derby and High Altitude both playing pretty hard games yesterday, so hopefully everyone rested and hydrated, or die, and are ready to take the track this morning. I'm seeing smiles all around. Everyone looks like they're feeling pretty good, so we should be seeing some great roller derby here very shortly.
Yeah, and shout outs to anyone who might be on the Twitch this morning. I know 10 a.m. on a Saturday, that might be a little early for some folks, depending on your Friday night fun.
All right, we got 5 in the sky here by the Jinja Ninja waiting to call on that jam, and we are off. Kiwi wearing the star for Arizona Rising, Glitter Bomb wearing the star for the Starlets. Glitter Bomb pushing that pack up to the front, able to get lead jammer with just a few to beat as that pack recycles. Kiwi at the back of the pack here working through the Starlet tripod, caught up on that brace, finding a little bit of space here in the apex, but taking a big hit out there from the Knockout, who has been living up to their name pretty much all weekend. Glitter Bomb back in that pack, looking for some points as Kiwi is still trying to find their space here in the top of turn 1 and 2 to be able to get their initial. We will see the first penalty of the, second penalty of the game, as we've lost 2 blockers to the box here, 1 from each team, giving a 3-3 pack situation. Glitter Bomb with some quick toe stop work there on the outside of turn 2, picking up 4 more points, going ahead and calling it off just as Hard loses another blocker to the box, giving pack advantage in this next jam to Arizona.
A fairly quick jam, picking up those 8 points there for the Dark Sky Starlets, getting ready now to start jam number 2. Axel on the line for Arizona Rising. Joined by, I think I know, but I'm not sure.
It is
It
Pyre
is.
Scared.
I
That's who I thought it was
so.
too. They were hiding right behind Axel there. Axel pushing out on the outside line, picking up lead jammer for Arizona as Pyre Scared kind of gets run back, gives himself a little space to run, able to break through the top of the tripod there, coming up on that Clover Cup pivot line. Now out and eligible to score points as Axel is working through that Starlet tripod, looking for some space there. Big hit into that tripod. We see a little bit of a tumble at the top of the turn just as that jam is called, putting 1 point on the board for Hard and 2 points on the board for Arizona, their first 2 points. That's going to bring our score 9-2 in favor of the Starlets.
And getting ready for the next jam of the game. These 2 teams actually met recently in it wasn't Arizona Rising, it was a different Arizona Roller Derby team, but many of the same skaters playing against the Dark Sky Starlets. And that was a great matchup as well, just like we're seeing right now with Gail Satan wearing that star for Arizona Rising, Slaya for the Starlets.
Both of these jammers very physical, very pushy, but not to be like discounted for their toe stop work. I've seen both of these jammers get out on the line with just a hair to beat, but they really tend to hit first and then ask questions later. Gail Satan using that exact mentality at the top of turn 2 to pick up lead jammer. We do see a cover off as Slaya is using either as a potentially distraction or to pass the pivot, but we do see her get out there at the top of turn 2. Both jammers now out, eligible to score points, with Gail already having 4 in the pocket for Arizona.
And with that pressure being put on by Slaya, Satan looks to the bench and gets the call-off sign. Does so, picks up 4 points, narrows that lead for the Starlets down to just 3 points, scored 9-6 after 3 jams.
We will have a slight pack advantage for Arizona going into jam number 4 here, as we have a hard blocker in the box. Looks like that is Mini Fridge taking a small timeout. Both jammers are off, working in those packs. Little Evil for the Starlets, caught up on Mimi Mahler as Mecca is able to get out and pick up lead jammer for Arizona. Nice tripod work there from the Arizona Rising, able to draw back Little Evil once again as Mecca comes and engages with that pack from the Starlets. Quick toe stop work on the outside line with a little hop, gets Mecca out, picking up 4 points for Arizona. As Little Evil is still looking for some space here, 1 to beat at the top of the pack, but it's Mimi, and that's not who you want to have to be the 1 to beat. Mimi joined by another Arizona blocker there, though Little Evil able to get out, completing their initial pass. We are going to lose a blocker from Hard. It looks like Mini Fridge is returning to the box for a multiplayer penalty.
Excellent 8-point jam there by Mecca and Arizona Rising. And you know what that means, friends? We have a lead change. So hydrate.
It may be early, but definitely hydrate or die, because it's only going to get hotter today.
That's right. Welcome to the desert.
I will say, comparatively, from skating in Dallas all the time and Louisiana before that, I love skating here because everything just evaporates off you, whereas I feel like I'm dying in humidity at home. All right, out on the line, we have Kiwi picking up a quick lead jam for Arizona Rising there, as Kid Radical is kind of caught up on a couple of the Arizona blockers at the top of turn 2, looking for some space. knockout trying to get a hit and succeeding on Kiwi, giving a little bit of a run back there, some one-on-one blocking as Kid Radical is out completing their initial. Kiwi at the top of the pack, pushing into turn 3, trying to get all of their points before calling off that jam, holding the Starlets scoreless. It looks like they were successful, picking up all 4 points there for Arizona Rising.
That was a fast one. I mean, compared to the game we saw last night, Huck, with Arizona Roller Derby and Angel City's Rocket Queens, that was like a grind with super long jams. So far this morning, it seems like most of these jams have gone fairly quickly.
Yeah, Rising and Rocket Queens really set kind of the tone for that game with that first jam yesterday. We went a minute 50 seconds without a lead jammer. Which that just made me sad because those poor jammers had to have been so tired after that. Out with lead is Glitter Bomb for the Starlets. Axel finding some space there, coming across that Clover Cup pivot line, now eligible to score points as well. As Glitter Bomb re-engages the pack, we see a little bit of running going on as Arizona is trying to preserve their points, giving a chance for their jammer to come back around. Sometimes a great strategy, sometimes can be a little rough if you are later in the game and your jammers are tired, but that looks like a perfect strategy for them. Glitter Bomb was able to pick up 4 points, however, to Arizona's 0. Making this once again a very close game. We have a 5-point differential here between our teams going into jam number 7.
And ready now. There it is, jam on. Gail Satan with the star for Arizona Rising. Pi R Scared for the Starlets. And Pi R Scared out first, picks up lead. Satan, though, also out of the pack very quickly and putting on that pressure. Let's see what happens. Satan.
I think it's going to be a testament of whoever's wearing the stickier wheels here as to who gets around first. Pi R Scared coming in, calling off that jam. Oh, interesting. We're going to see 2 points go to Arizona Rising there as Pi called off that jam, hoping to preserve it at a 0-0.
But looks like Satan was able to cover a little bit more ground before all 4 whistles rang out. So 2 points going to Arizona Rising.
Both teams with a blocker and a box here, giving a 3-on-3 pack situation, moving into jam number 8. We have Mecca wearing the star for Arizona Rising and Slaya wearing it for the Starlets here. Slaya caught up at the top, getting a big hit out there from Mimi Mahler. Just as Mecca is able to get out and picking up lead jammer, we are going to see a jammer penalty assessed here to Slaya, making this a power jam opportunity for Arizona Rising. Beautiful offensive sweep there from... It looks like it was Mimi Mahler, and I didn't quite see the other skater, is Babe Toven, allowing a nice skate through for Mecca, basically untouched as they came through turn 2.
2 leads in a row for Mecca. Fun fact about Mecca, Mecca also plays hockey, ice hockey. So definitely no stranger to big hits.
Absolutely, and I bet their edge work is just phenomenal from having that base training with it. Through again, basically untouched, picking up another 4 points, making this so far a 12-0 jam, and I believe the largest scoring jam of the game, but we are early on. Slaya is out of the box and back on the track. I spoke too soon, as she will be returning to the penalty box here. I did not quite see the penalty call. Continuing this power jam here for Arizona Rising. It looks like it was an illegal procedure, so perhaps she entered when she shouldn't have. You have to make sure you re-enter behind all of the opposing blockers, but also you can only cut one of your own skaters. So didn't quite see that action over in turn 3, but if I had to guess, it would have been an illegal re-entry. Arizona Rising calling that jam to a conclusion, making that a 18-0 jam in favor of Arizona Rising, spreading out that score, 38 Arizona Rising, 13 Dark Sky Starlets. And we will be starting this next jam with a slight power jam situation. But first, we will have a team timeout here called by the Dark Sky Starlets. Excellent opportunity to do that for them. This team timeout is brought to you by Tiffany and Bosco. They're a proud sponsor of Arizona Roller Derby. Trial lawyer Will Fishbach and his pack of all-star attorneys will deliver a grand slam to any courtroom bout and send their adversaries home with rink rash. Find them at tblaw.com.
Make sure later today when that merch table opens, you check it out. Get your Monsoon Madness t-shirt. You see the fabulous logo sported by volunteers who are walking around in that lovely shade of blue. You can get similar shirts yourself. Of course, not that limited edition volunteer shirt unless you are in fact a volunteer. There is also some merch from previous tournaments, including North America West Regionals, that is offered at a discount. So check it out. Hit that merch table once it opens later this morning.
That rolling whistle will bring that team timeout here to a close. And there's the 5 in the sky from the Jinja Ninja as we are starting off with this short power jam start for Arizona Rising. Arizona looking to sweep here for their team. Beautiful recycling here at the top of the pack from the Knockout and number 812 on the Starlets.
Slaya out of the box and back on the track, immediately absorbed by that Arizona tripod. Looks like Sid Vicious, Just Monroe, and I think 2x4s.
And we will have a successful star pass there to Pyar Scared, picking up that star and able to escape the pack just as Kiwi comes through, picking up 4 points for Arizona. Kiwi deciding 4 is exactly the amount of points that she wanted today and calling off that jam.
That was our first star pass of the game, so not until jam number 9 did we have star pass this morning. Go ahead and check that off your list for the day.
General public service announcement here. You should book now with Body Breakdown booth by Blue for massage sessions. Also offering walk-up compression, space pants, cold heat therapy, hydration and wellness products from Urban Apothecary, formerly Crybaby Wellness. And I'm going to stop talking because we have a lead jammer, Axel, for Arizona Rising. Facing off against Little Evil here from the Starlets, getting bumped out there at the top of the apex and recycled into that Arizona tripod just as Axel comes through, looking to pick up their first points for this jam. Quick little hop there on the apex line, picking up those points for Arizona Rising. Little Evil still looking for some space here. We're seeing some excellent reforming. Caught up there on Mimi Mahler at the top of the pack as they are stretching out that pack into turn 3. Mimi going to pick up a forearm and headed to the box, which was the grace that Little Evil needed to be able to sneak out there and complete their... Oh, I see a whistle and a point going on here. It does look like, yes, we are going to lose the Starlet jammer Little Evil to the box for a forearm call. It took a minute for it to come through. It looks like it happened there at the top of the apex around the same time that Mimi Mahler was sent to the box for Arizona. So this will be a power jam for Axel. Beautiful sweep there by Phoenix, able to rotate that Starlet tripod around, getting Axel out, picking up a quick 4 points there.
I do believe this is the 3rd jammer penalty for the Dark Sky Starlets so far in this game.
And I think they've all been within the last 3 jams.
I think so.
We will see the full contingent of blockers back on the track for Arizona as Little Evil returns, bringing that power jam to an end. Big hit out there by Mimi Mahler in the straightaway, feeding Little Evil back into their wall just as Axel calls that jam to a close, tying, just below the highest scoring jam of the game, but making that a 16-0 jam in favor of Arizona, bringing our score 58 Arizona, 13 Starlets. That was also the first 2-minute jam of today.
And 2-minute jam by choice. Also not due to penalty.
Very often.
Yeah. Gail Satan with the star for Arizona. Glitter Bomb for the Dark Sky Starlets. And Satan pushing forward at the front of the pack as, oh my goodness, we see another penalty for the Dark Sky Starlets jammer. That means we have a power jam. Power jam. Power jam for Arizona Rising. And Gail Satan taking full advantage of this opportunity, finding just a little bit of space there on that outside lane, picking up 4 points as a couple of blockers go to the penalty box, one from each team.
Here, another whistle blowing. So we will be losing another skater to the box at some point here. It does look like another Arizona skater will be going to the box, giving a slight pack advantage here for the Starlets as the power jam begins to draw to a close as Glitter Bomb re-enters.
Ooh, some nice
And
toe
Glitter
stop work
taking
there.
excellent advantage of that, able to get out of the pack. Gale also skating by a little bit in that confusion, picking up 4 more points there for Arizona Rising. Does look like we have almost all of our skaters back on the track. Gale with some quick toe stop work, taking a hit there from the knockout and going ahead and calling off that jam. We will see a late call of a forearm on the knockout there, meaning that they, I believe that's who the call was on. They should be reporting to the box. However, we do have 2 Arizona blockers starting in the box at this time. It does look like I might have been mistaken in that that call did go to an Arizona blocker. So right now is a great time for the Starlets to capitalize on this short Arizona pack with Mecca again picking up lead jammer very quickly there, but Pyar Squared not far behind, hot on her heels. Coming around here, both jammers looking for points. I believe Mecca has so far 100% lead jammer.
Yes.
Anytime that they take the track, they tend to get lead. It's going to be a 1 quick point pickup there for Arizona Rising, calling it off very quickly, trying to get some skaters out of the box while not allowing the Starlets to score. A 1-0 jam is always a win.
Just one skater in that 187 penalty box. That skater standing, so should be empty soon. Slaya with the star for the Dark Sky Starlets. Kiwi for Arizona Rising. Slaya at the front of the pack. Nice block there by Rage, but able to scooch around in the teeniest of space on the outside lane. And now out, has picked up lead for the Starlets. Kiwi still looking to get out of the pack, but being knocked out and then knocked out again.
Great awareness here on both the jammers and the blockers in this case. Kiwi really paying attention to who knocked her out versus who ran back. Or if that skater went out, they were knocked out at the top of that apex there by the knockout, but the knockout also went out, and instead of running back, they went ahead and hopped right back in. As that jam comes to a close, we'll see 2 points picked up for the Dark Sky Starlets, holding Arizona scoreless in this jam. As we start to move into Jam 14, we have about 13 minutes left in this first half. Overall, relatively clean game. We have about 12 penalties for Arizona, 11 for the Starlets. However, it seems to be clustered around just a few skaters. No one in real penalty trouble yet. Nice high knees there by by Axel, but Glitter Bomb was just a little bit faster, able to get out, picking up lead jammer for the Starlets. Now we will see a jammer race.
And the Starlets have 1 blocker in the penalty box. Their pivot. See if that has any effect on the call off.
Does look like Glitter is going to go ahead and try and get a point and hold, and they were successful holding the Rising scoreless there, picking up 2 points. 2 points. I did see that second finger go up at the last second there, and thank you, Johnny, for making sure. So it's going to be 2 points for the Starlets. I believe Rising has been held scoreless the last 2 jams, and even though it's been small jams, that's all you need. It's just that little, just how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time.
100%. And there's still a lot of time, 11 minutes here in this first half, and then that full 30 minutes second half. Little Eva wearing the star for the Starlets, Satan for Arizona Rising. Satan at the front of the pack, but Little Evil finds some space and is able to get out first. Gail Satan coming up very quickly, though. as they both approach the pack. Let's see.
Big hit out there as that jam comes to a close. Let's see if any points go on the board. It does look like they're conferring with, they were conferring with their OPR to get that 1 point for the Starlets. They're taking, again, just a little nibble out of that score for Arizona Rising. Current score 74 Arizona, 22 Starlets.
Getting ready for jam number 16, perhaps a timeout. Yes.
Team timeout called by Arizona. This team timeout will be brought to you by Rattlesnake Romance Tattoo. Rattlesnake Romance Tattoo is located in Phoenix, Arizona. They are on site this weekend doing flash tattoos all weekend. Visit one of the artists today, including McCaslin Rose and Luke Goodell. And if you aren't here this weekend, be sure to check them out next time you're in Phoenix.
Shout out to our friends watching online from wherever you are in the Twitch chat. Thanks for joining us. Some fans cheering on the Starlets this morning.
Oh yeah, those crowds really filled out here in the last 15 minutes or so. I guess people woke up, got their coffee, and decided to come watch some roller derby with us this morning.
Glad you're here. It's more fun with friends.
Always. That rolling whistle will bring that team time out to a close, so we'll have just a few seconds here before we start back in with the roller derby. And did you know that the Ginger Ninja brought 8 pairs of shoes with him this weekend?
I did, in fact, know that. We had just the best discussion last night about the shoe options and how they were transported. Just in a suitcase, the regular way.
I think you had to bring a separate suitcase, though. That whistle does mean that we're off with Mecca jamming for Arizona Rising, Glitter Bomb wearing the star for the Starlets. Both jammers here caught up in these tripods. Mecca almost out, but taking another hit from the knockout. Pushing that Starlet tripod forward, looking for any space that they can get here at this point. Truly a scrum happening here as we approach the Clover Cup pivot line. Both jammers looking for any type of space. Glitter Bomb able to find it first, picking up lead jammer for the Starlets, just as Mecca is also out and coming around. We're going to see some movement here from the packs as they're deciding how they want to handle this jammer race. As of right now, it looks like the strategy is run. Glitter coming in, trying to pick up a couple points while holding Arizona scoreless. It does look like she will pick up 2 points in that jam. Hold 2 points for the Starlets, holding Arizona scoreless in jam number 16.
Shout out from the Twitch chat for you, Huck, from Tamarama. Tamarama?
Yeah, it's Tamarama. She's one of our Dallas Battalion of Doom skaters.
Excellent. And then somebody already ready for the B-side game later today. And of course, all the love for Ginger Ninja. Fans worldwide can recognize Ginger Ninja. And I love it. You know what else I love? I love seeing this derby happening. Kiwi with that star for Arizona Rising out first, picks up lead. Pi R Scared also wearing the star for the Starlets and out of the pack. Going to put some pressure on Kiwi as Kiwi approaches the pack. Gets past 1, 2, 3. Let's see, is past a fourth and does call it off, but Pi R Scared got through for 2. Is that 2?
Yep, that is 2 points for Pi R Scared there. Really putting on the speed as they were coming into that pack at the last second, because I think they kind of had an idea that Kiwi was going to call it, and they wanted to make sure that they were on the board as well.
Yeah, well done.
All right, as we go into Jam 18, we have Axel wearing the star here for Arizona Rising, facing off against Glitter Bomb for the Starlets. Both jammers caught up in the tripods. It seems like both teams have settled a little bit more into their defense as we've gotten further in the half. Glitter Bomb finding a space on that outside line, which does seem to be a bit of a favorite move of hers, picking up lead jammer as Axel is working through the pack, doing a bit of a star stash to get them through. Beautiful side surf there through that Arizona wall for Glitter Bomb, going ahead and calling it off, picking up her 4 points and holding Arizona scoreless.
We are almost ready for jam number 19 and still 7.5 minutes left here in this game. And I don't know why I keep looking up at that when we have a scoreboard here at the announcers
I
table.
do the exact same
we
thing
have one
too.
right in front
Oh
of
my
us.
gosh, I really have. I look at this between jams, but as soon as the jam starts and I want to see who the jammer is, such as Pyar Scared, who just picked up lead jammer for the Starlets facing off against Gale Satan, I keep turning my head and looking up at the giant scoreboard we have here.
So silly. And there's one straight across from us, too.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, Satan out of the pack now, making that initial pass. Going to put some pressure on Pyar Scared. But Pyar Scared powering through, looking to get as many points as possible before the call-off. Let's see how many Kiwi get. Is that 2?
Yep, Gale was able to pick up 2 points there,
not Kiwi.
swinging their hips around. Pi able to pick up all 4.
So Kiwi was on my mind because there's a shout out in the chat. Kiwi is my wife. Let's go.
We'd love to see all the support in the chat for the skaters and the officials and
The
any of
fans.
us. Yeah, everyone. Tell us who you're here rooting for this weekend. On the line, we have Mecca for Arizona rising out very quickly there, picking up lead as Little Evil is absorbed in this Arizona tripod for the Starlets, looking for some space, able to find a little bit of room there with a distraction move from the pivot from the Starlets, kind of refocusing the blockers from Arizona's attention momentarily. Both jammers in. Little Evil actually getting through and reabsorbed in that pack. We're going to see both jammers here completing scoring passes. Pyar with one to beat at the top. Now we see 4-on-4 for both of these jammers. 4 points picked up right now, making this more or less a null jam. Mecca skating easily through there as we have lost some of the Starlet blockers to the box. It's a little easier to get around the track when you only have to dodge 2 people instead of 4.
That's true, yeah. That does help.
We are going to see 2 blockers in the box from the Starlets, 1 from Arizona Rising, giving a very small pack advantage here for just a moment to Arizona. We do see a Starlet blocker standing, so again, small pack advantage, only going to last a few seconds.
And those 2 Starlet blockers on the track are both very strong. Mow you down and the knockout. Able to, as we see right now,
Consistently offer some one-on-one blocking as Glitter Bomb is able to get out and pick up lead jammer. We are seeing a forearm call being made for Mow You Down, just as a blocker was released from the box for the Starlets. So once again, we have 2 skaters on the track for the Starlets and 3 for Arizona Rising. Glitter Bomb calling off that jam, picking up their points and holding Arizona scoreless. It does look at the last second there might have been a penalty assessed. Yep, that's going to be a track cut assessed to Glitter Bomb, making this a power jam opportunity for Arizona. And what a great time to have it with that pack advantage for Arizona. Only 3 skaters for the Starlets. Axel looking for some space on that inside line, not quite able to find it with 2 to beat here at the top of the pack, getting some offensive help from their blockers, able to get out and pick up lead. Mimi Mahler doing some offensive blocking work back here to guarantee a point for Axel, and then a nice sweep at the top as Axel skates through, picking up another 4 points, basically untouched there for Arizona. Both jammers now coming around and entering a pack, meaning that power jam has come to a close. Glitter Bomb now out there trying to complete their initial pack as Axel is being slowed down a little bit now as the Starlets are able to focus on defense and not have to worry about Arizona playing full 4 offense against them.
Axel ran up the outside lane there to get out of the pack. Now back again. And at first 2 to beat, then Murphy's Law joins in. Now there's some bridging happening. Oh, Axel getting knocked to the inside.
Both jammers here at the top of turn 2 looking for space. Seeing a little jammer on action as Glitter Bomb tries to make sure that Axel is fed into that Starlet tripod. We are going to see that jam come to a close with Arizona managing to pick up 11 points for that jam, holding the Starlets scoreless. And we are one drop from a full bucket.
That happened to us last night.
It happened
too.
to me twice yesterday. In the first game I called, the game I called with you, and this morning.
I think you have a pattern a pattern of behavior, Huck. Almost time. There it is. Thank you, Jinja. And jam on it. Gail Satan with the star for Arizona Rising. Slaya for the Dark Sky Starlets. Everybody still in between that Rehab Lab Arizona jam line and the Clover Cup pivot line. But out first is Slaya. Just took about 15 seconds to get out of the pack. And Satan almost out, but gets tapped to the inside and has to recycle back.
We do see a cover on the ground, but it looks like it's a pivot cover, so not as important or dire as if it is a jammer cover. Both jammers out now, eligible to score points. Slaya already putting 4 on the board for the Starlets. Some big hits there as they're trying to pick up, as the Starlets are trying to ensure some points for their jammer. And it looks like they were successful. They were able to get 2 points, but Arizona was able to sneak through and pick up 2 points over as well, crossing that century mark in that 6-2 jam, bringing our current score to 101, Arizona Rising, 48, Dark Sky Starlets.
And I believe we are going to have a Mecca v Pi R Scared matchup on the jam line.
Yeah, that is correct. And they're both off, kind of absorbed. But Mecca almost
so
finding
close.
picking up lead, but not quite getting out of the pack as they were bumped out of bounds by the knockout. So while there is a lead jammer declared, we are still going to see this initial pass not be complete.
Yeah, and this tripod with, looks like Mow You Down, the knockout, and a third skater. Mini Fridge. Just making it so difficult for Mecca. So Mecca doesn't actually get out of the pack with Pi R Scared putting the pressure on, calls it off. 0-0 jam. Oh my gosh, and we're almost out of time here for the first half. How does that happen? Like, I look up and it's 10, 15 minutes, and then I look up again and it's
like done. And we're like, oh, wait a minute.
We'll see.
It does look like we are
There
going
we
to
go.
move into intermission here. So we will see you all back here in about 10-ish minutes. Make sure you hydrate, go visit the vendors if you're here in-house with us. If you're at home, stretch, take care of yourselves, do a little self-care check, and we will see you back shortly.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. Head shapes are as unique as fingerprints, so choosing a helmet that's custom to you is the best way to keep you safe while playing derby. A lot of us have spent most of our derby careers wearing a helmet that's the same size shell, whether you're a size small, medium, large, or extra large. One size fits all doesn't work for our feet, and it definitely doesn't work for your head. Roller derby helmets are designed to absorb and disperse the force of impact using EPS foam, which is scientifically designed to fit close to your head, allowing it to protect your head by crumpling or compressing upon impact. So here's the thing, if your helmet size is a small, but you're wearing the same shell size as your teammate who's an XL, not only does it look kind of funny, the functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised. So no matter how much foam you stuff into your helmet to make it stay put, you're more at risk for head injuries, putting you at risk.
The 888 certified Sweat Saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. Head shapes are as unique as fingerprints, so choosing a helmet that's custom to you is the best way to keep you safe while playing derby. A lot of us have spent most of our derby careers wearing a helmet that's the same size shell, whether you're a size small, medium, large, or extra large. One size fits all doesn't work for our feet, and it definitely doesn't work for your head. Roller derby helmets are designed to absorb and disperse the force of impact using EPS foam, which is scientifically designed to fit close to your head, allowing it to protect your head by crumpling or compressing upon impact. So here's the thing. If your helmet size is a small, but you're wearing the same shell size as your teammate who's an XL, not only does it look kind of funny, the functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised. So no matter how much foam you stuff into your helmet to make it stay put, you're more at risk for head injuries, putting you at risk.
The 888 certified Sweat Saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. Head shapes are as unique as fingerprints, so choosing a helmet that's custom to you is the best way to keep you safe while playing derby. A lot of us have spent most of our derby careers wearing a helmet that's the same size shell, whether you're a size small, medium, large, or extra large. One size fits all doesn't work for our feet, and it definitely doesn't work for your head. Roller derby helmets are designed to absorb and disperse the force of impact using EPS foam, which is scientifically designed to fit close to your head, allowing it to protect your head by crumpling or compressing upon impact. So here's the thing. If your helmet size is a small, but you're wearing the same shell size as your teammate who's an XL, not only does it look kind of funny, the functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised. So no matter how much foam you stuff into your helmet to make it stay put, you're more at risk for head injuries, putting you at risk.
The 888 certified Sweat Saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back for the second half of this game between Arizona Rising and the Dark Sky Starlets. We saw an action-packed first half. And Huck, you got some highlights for us from that first half?
I do, and it looks like we have pretty much an even lead spread between both these teams. 11 lead jammer statuses for Arizona, 11 lead jammer statuses for the Starlets. Really what we're seeing here is just a couple small moments here where Arizona was really able to capitalize and pull away due to a couple jammer penalties on the Starlets side. Other than that, it was mostly a close game. We've only had, I think, four, maybe five, I think it's four, really high point scoring jams here. Highest scoring jam of the game being an 18-point jam for Arizona. But we do see the Starlets, every time they're out and getting lead, able to just kind of pick up a few points here and there, able to start closing in on that point differential. So, you know, we say it all the time, it's still anyone's game. I think if, depending on the adjustments that teams made at halftime, we may see a little bit different play style. As of right now, Glitter Bomb being one of the main point scorers for the Starlets, and I believe Mecca being one of the higher point scorers here, or consistent point scorers here for Arizona Roller Derby. So maybe we'll see some different changes here from the wall strategies. Overall, penalties still pretty low. We're sitting at 15 for Arizona, 18 for the Starlets. Only no one in real penalty trouble yet. We have, I think, one skater for the Starlet with 4, and then a few from Arizona Rising sitting at 3. So really fairly clean game overall. But when those penalties have happened, either side has really been able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, and we're seeing the penalties spread out pretty well over the whole team. At this moment, there are four skaters from the Starlets without a penalty, and 5, 6, 7 from Arizona that are penalty free.
All right, we have that 5 in the sky, meaning we are about to start off here. It does look like Glitter Bomb will be wearing the star for the Starlets. Gail Satan for Arizona. Both jammers caught up in the tripod, a little bit of scrum, little jammer on jammer defense. Gail able to get out first, picking up lead jammer for Arizona. Glitter Bomb with 1/2 to beat, 1 to beat here at the top of the apex, taking a big bump out there. But the skater also was out of play, I believe, as they were able to get a no pass earned?
No earned pass?
No earned pass, thank you. The lingo changed on me. That jam being called off as the pivot for Arizona was released from the box, allowing them to clear the box, pick up 4 points, and hold the Starlets scoreless in the first jam of the second half.
Yeah, off to a quick start there for Arizona Rising. Getting ready here for jam number 2. I caught a glimpse of Pi R Scared back there with the star for the Starlets, and Axel.
That's Axel for Arizona, yeah. I recognize Pi every time they're out because they're wearing one of those neck collars. I have one too. They're made to like help prevent concussions and severity of concussions.
That's cool.
Both jammers caught up here on the tripod. Axel with 2 to beat, excuse me. And as that tripod reforms, Axel is able to swing their hips around, picking up lead jammer for Arizona, as Pi R Scared is being run back behind that jam line and being reabsorbed into the Arizona blockers, just as Axel is looking for some more points. We are going to see a multiplayer penalty assessed to the pivot from the Starlets, giving a pack advantage here for Arizona, allowing Axel to kind of skate through here while Arizona doesn't have to worry about offense so much, just doing a full defensive line against Pi R Scared.
Pi R Scared getting some shirt whips off those blockers, helping with that momentum out of the pack.
Now we have both jammers out, eligible to pick up points. 8 points currently on the board for Arizona Rising. We're going to see Axel call off that jam as the box clears for both teams, making that final pass a 0-0 pass, however, an 8-0 jam in favor of Arizona.
Everybody lining up, getting ready for jam number 3. Still early moments here in this game with 27 and a half minutes left. Or not in the game, but in the half. Left in the half. Wow. Slaya with the star for the Starlets. Mecca for Arizona Rising. Mecca going to that outside lane. One to beat and is through. Picks up lead very quickly, about 10 seconds into that jam. Slaya still looking to find a way out. Got knocked to the inside by Razor Cat. Recycled back. Now Babe, Tovin, Phoenix, and Razor Cat teaming up with a tripod to slow down Slaya.
See the packs getting stretched out a little bit here as Mecca moves the Starlets into the top of turn 3. However, very almost nearly out there by Slaya, getting run back there by Razor Cat at the last second, just as Arizona loses another blocker to the box. Slaya is out, initial completed, with 4 points on the board currently for Arizona from Mecca. Heard another whistle blow, so we will be losing someone for a forearm call here, waiting to see which skater that was quite assessed to. It is an Arizona blocker, so we will have 2 Arizona blockers in the box for this jam. Points-wise, it looks like we have a 2-2 jam there, so a little bit of a wash for both skaters, making that total a 6-3 jam in favor of Arizona.
There are 2 Arizona blockers in that 187 penalty box, so pack advantage to the Starlets. Kiwi with the star for Arizona Rising. Little Evil for the Starlets, and Little Evil out very quickly. That outside lane, well, both of them pretty much were wide open.
Starlets really able to hone themselves around the Arizona Rising blockers there and giving Little Evil their choice on where they wanted to go. Kiwi still working through this tripod at the back as Little Evil puts 4 points on the board for the Starlets. Looking for a little space, getting some offense from their pivot there and able to swing around, completing their initial just as Little Evil comes through, looking for some more points.
187 penalty box is all clear.
We're going to see 2 points on that last pass picked up by Little Evil, giving 6 points to the Starlets, holding Arizona scoreless in that jam, bringing our score to 119 Arizona, 57 Starlets.
Almost time for jam number 5. Gail Satan with the star for Arizona. Glitter Bomb for the Starlets.
A little bit of a slow start here as everyone's adjusting around. It looks like we had some jammer defense being played by Glitter Bomb, trying to make sure that Gale was absorbed properly in the defensive wall. We are going to see a no pass, no penalty, or no earned pass for, I will get it eventually, for Gail Satan, meaning that lead jammer is still open. However, I do see a no lead being called for Glitter Bomb as well, which looks like we will be having a 2-minute jam in this case. They must have also had a no earned pass situation there as they managed to get through the pack.
And I believe this is our first full 2-minute jam of the game that resulted due to either loss of lead or no lead earned.
Absolutely. I think we had 1 2-minute jam in the first half, but it was by choice. Both jammers putting 4 points on the board here, kind of going toe-to-toe. We do have a blocker from each team currently sitting in the box, so it's a 3-on-3 advantage, just as Gale is able to get through, picking up 4 more points for Arizona. Glitter Bomb still working here between Razor Cat and I cannot see which blocker
Babe
that is.
Tovin
Babe
and
Tovin.
Mimi Mahler also getting in on some of that.
Little jammer on jammer action by Glitter Bomb, again trying to slow down Gale, and was successful by feeding Gale into that tripod as Glitter is able to get out and pick up 4 points. However, Gale is 1 lap ahead currently, so we have a 12-8 point differential. As that box clears and all blockers from both teams are back on the track. Pack really stretching out here as it picked up some speed coming out of turn 2. Now currently in turn 3 as Glitter Bomb is looking for some space, being run back there by Mimi Mahler. Just as that jam comes to its natural conclusion, we are going to see 19 points on the board for Arizona, making that the highest scoring jam of the game, to the Dark Sky Starlets 12.
And I believe 12 is the highest scoring for the Starlets in this game. Yes, Johnny Pepper confirming. Johnny Pepper going to refer back to his notes from the first half. Yes, we got the big yes from Senor Pepper at the end of the table. Thank you, Senor. And jam on it. Pi R Scared with the star for the Starlets. Axel for Arizona Rising. And Pi R Scared finding a little space on the inside lane. Out first, gets lead, but Axel right behind and now actually ahead. So some blocking happening as Axel preventing Pi R Scared from gaining any ground. It looks almost like a couple skate.
Does quite a bit, and it was a really smart move there on Axel's part, not having lead jammer, but slowing down Pi R Scared so they couldn't catch up and get points of their own, knowing that eventually they would probably call it for a 0-0, which really Arizona's main job at this point, if they're not scoring points, is to burn that clock. So our current score, I have to say it now, is 138 Arizona Rising, 69, nice, for the Dark Sky Starlets.
That happened to us last night also.
It did. I have to announce all the games now. We get all the one drop in the buckets and all the 69s. As this jam starts off, we have Mecca wearing the star for Arizona Rising, Little Evil donning the star for the Starlets. Both jammers caught up here, but we will see lead go to Mecca as...
What did I just see? Did you see that?
Was a hit.
That's somebody who also plays hockey.
Yep, absolutely.
Too safe. A legal hit against two blockers by the jammer to just bounce
Sending
right
them
off.
both flying there.
I mean,
we are losing some blockers from Arizona to the box here, and we will be losing Mecca to the box, giving a power jam opportunity here for the Starlets and Little Evil. What an excellent time to have a power jam. Only two defensive blockers on the track currently, and a full contingent from the Starlets. We see the knockout there leading the charge for the Starlet offense, but smartly pulling their team back as there's only one to beat at the top of the pack here for Little Evil, able to get out, but Mimi Mahler, hot out of the box, able to come back through and catch at the top of the pack, recycling Little Evil to the back. Now we have a full contingent of blockers for Arizona. Little Evil with one to beat at the top, now two to beat with that recycling, stretching out that pack. Mimi getting that bump out on the inside again, recycling just as Mecca returns to the track. Effective power jam kill there from Arizona. Mecca skating through there basically untouched at the top of turn one, putting 4 more points on the board for Arizona. We are hearing a whistle. I see a track cut being assessed to the Starlets now, making a power jam for Mecca and Arizona Rising.
And just 10 seconds left on the clock when that when that penalty occurred, so there will be a power start in the next jam.
Huge offensive sweep there from Arizona Rising, getting Mecca out to pick up those last 4 points. And it does look like the Starlets had 4 in the pocket, so it will be a 12-4 jam in favor of Arizona. There is a team timeout currently being called by the Starlets, and let's see who this team timeout is brought to us by. All Heart Training, where mindfulness meets movement. Joshua Pollock is a NASM certified personal trainer. All Heart Training. We take a holistic approach to training, always with empathy at heart. Now offering in-person, hybrid, and remote coaching. You can find out more at www.allhearttraining.com or on Instagram at allheart.training.
And if you're in venue and you have any skating needs, check out Oh My Quad Skate Shop. That is run by 2 skaters out of Prescott, Arizona. Holly Ween skating this weekend with Fuego Latino. We'll see her on the track jamming later today. But in the meantime, check her out.
That rolling whistle will bring that team timeout to a close as we see skaters returning to the track here. We will have that power jam start for Arizona. 5 in the sky. We're about to head off here and see if Arizona can capitalize on that power start. Seeing a bit of man-on-man action here from Arizona, trying to clear space for Kiwi. One to beat at the top of the pack. Nice blocking work there by their teammates, able to get them out and get lead. We will lose an Arizona blocker to the box, however, for those offensive efforts. It's always the danger with man-on-man derby. Kiwi here working that pack in the top of turn 3, being recycled to the back by the knockout, just as Little Evil with a start stash is able to get through, completing their initial pass out of the box.
And another Arizona blocker, the pivot, going to the penalty box.
I imagine we'll see this jam probably run a little long just because of that. Kiwi out, able to pick up 4 points. Little Evil out, though, untouched in a little bit of that mayhem that was occurring in the straightaway. Picking up 4 points of their own. Pack's moving fast here. Arizona likely trying to burn that clock for their blockers. I heard a USAR shouted in the audience here.
Yeah, definitely a lot of speed on the track for a WFTDA game.
All right, we see skater. Oh, we are going to see a penalty, a low block penalty assessed to Kiwi, making this a power jam situation for Little Evil. A little bit of a power jam trade-off in these last couple jams.
Yeah, enough time on the clock, though, that should be released, depending on when she
Did
actually
not
sat
quite
her
see when
booty
they
down.
sat down. Little Evil being run back here by Jess Monroe in the top of turn 1. Monroe feeding that jammer into the box, but getting some offensive help from Pyre Squared. Little Evil is able to skate through on the inside line, picking up 4 more points for the Starlets. That will be a 4-8 jam in favor of the Starlets here. 6-8 jam in favor of the Starlets, bringing our score 156 Arizona Rising, 81 Dark Sky Starlets.
Kiwi is standing in the penalty box, and I think just has a couple of seconds. It looked like she was indicating to her bench. Not positive.
Based on the time that she went to that box, it should be very, very short amount of time. So hopefully the Starlets are able to capitalize on those few seconds of pure offensive work.
Yep, both teams with all their blockers on the track. And Glitter Bomb out quickly, pushing forward, but does get knocked to the outside by Colette Razorcat, and that's all the time that Kiwi needs to get right back on the track and pushing towards to the front of the pack.
Both jammers still eligible for lead here. Pack staying roughly together. Once one jammer seems to push forward, they recycle back up and they're kind of reabsorbed into the overall scrum here. However, Kiwi is successful with a little hop there as they come into turn 3, picking up lead jammer for Arizona. Glitter Bomb still working that pack at the top of turn 3, moving into turn 4. Apex jump, unfortunately unsuccessful, being shut down there by Pikachu. It does look like Pikachu did go out of bounds, however, and I think they legally passed everyone else as they were able to immediately, nope, they did not. That was a delayed track cut call from that Apex jump, so they must not have completely passed everybody aside from Pikachu. So this will give a power jam here to Arizona.
Kiwi knocked to the inside, recycled back, getting back on the track, looking to move forward, a little offensive assistance.
But we only have 2 blockers on the track from Arizona, just as they are about to get a third. Colette Razorcat picking up a penalty. So a really great chance here, and it does look successful for the Starlets, able to kind of shut down that power jam opportunity. Razorcats, or excuse me, we do have Phoenix out of the box now and back on the track for Arizona. However, they just picked up their 5th penalty during that jam, getting into a little bit of penalty trouble coming into jam number 10. Starting this next jam, we'll have a slight pack advantage for the Starlets as Razorcat is still in the box for Arizona.
That's Axel with the star for Arizona Roller Derby, and Slaya for the Dark Sky Starlets. Slaya knocked to the inside, recycles back a little bit as Axel continuing to push forward.
That was actually a great decision by Slaya because now they are able and did pick up lead jammer. The blocker who hit them out fell, so technically Slaya could have re-entered and gone right then, but they would have gotten a no-earn pass and not been eligible for lead. So now Starlets have control of this jam as lead jammer and can determine how long they want it to go.
And we've had a successful star pass. Sid Vicious now jammer for Arizona Rising.
Slaya going ahead and calling off that jam, picking up 4 points for the Starlets, holding the Arizona Rising scoreless. Both teams here starting with a blocker in the box, moving into jam number 11. So no real pack advantage, but honestly a jammer advantage here. I much prefer to go up against a 3-wall than a 4.
Absolutely. And Mini Fridge for the Dark Sky Starlets in the penalty box has picked up penalty number 5. 12, just under 13 minutes left here in the game. Pi R Scared able to get out first, picks up lead. Mecca now found a little space on that inside lane and is also out, so going to put on that pressure. 1 to beat for Pi R Scared.
Able to get out and call off that jam, picking up 4 points, holding Arizona scoreless. However, the Starlets did ice 2 of their blockers in the box with that call off to the 1 from Arizona. So we'll have a slight pack advantage going to Arizona moving into jam number 12. We're going to see an officials timeout being called here. This timeout is brought to you by Find Aligned. Find Aligned, massage and movement for your structure. Morgan is a massage therapist offering stretch and massage for $2 a minute. Add your name to the sign-up sheet for all 3 days of the tournament. So if you can't get in with Blue or you want a little extra special time, it looks like this is more stretching and movement based, head over there and see Morgan at Find Aligned.
And we are just about to get back to the action. Kiwi wearing that star for Arizona Rising. Little Evil for the Starlets. Little Evil going up on those toe steps, out to the outside, but then swallowed up by Raging Bajan and 2x4s, who are joined by PMS and just slowing her down. Kiwi finding a little space on that outside line, but mow you down, swallowing it up.
Great recycling here by both sets of blockers, able to, just the moment that each jammer thinks they're almost out and they have 1 to beat, the whole wall is there again.
It's like an amoeba.
Yeah. Oh, but we do see a little bit of movement there as we lose an Arizona blocker to the box. Lead jammer going to Little Evil. However, Kiwi is hot on her heels. Slight pack advantage here for the Starlets coming into this. Hopefully they're able to pick up some points. A little bit of a jump, calling off that jam. Let's see if they were able to pick up any of those points. They were granted all 4 points, making that a 4-0 jam in favor of the Starlets, just shy of that 100 mark. Not quite a drop, more like a little splash away from that
splash.
100.
A dollop.
You say dollop, and I think dollop of daisy, and I'll just think of sour cream.
Right? Gail Satan has that star for the Arizona Rising Glitter Bomb for the Dark Sky Starlets, and Glitter Bomb went from the inside to the out, found it open, and high-stepped it through. Gail Satan also out of the pack now and putting on the pressure, skating up very quickly as Glitter Bomb is approaching the pack, flipping around those hips and calling it off. 0-0 jam.
Wise call off there because Gail was truly eating up that track behind them.
.187 penalty box is empty after seeing a lot of action in the last few jams.
All right, on that Rehab Lab Arizona jam line, we have Axel for Arizona facing off against Pi R Scared. Both jammers kind of caught up here in the scrum as they approach that Clover Cup pivot line. looking for any space that they can get, and we will see Pyre Scared get it first as we lose a blocker from Arizona to the box. Axel's still caught up here, 1 to beat at the top of the apex. Just as Pyre Scared comes back around, ready to pick up some points from that Arizona. Nice little hop, picking up some points, but still being driven out of bounds. Going ahead and calling that off, picking up 3 out of the 4 possible points, holding Arizona scoreless. Now we are closer to a drop from 100.
Absolutely. That's 4 leads in a row.
5 leads in a row.
Yeah, 5 in a row for the Dark Sky Starlets.
Both teams here really kind of picking up the same amount of points between the first and second halves here. So in the first period, we had Arizona picking up 101 points and Hard picking up 48. Moving into this, we see about 50 points picked up from both, 59 points for Arizona and almost 50 on the money for the Starlets. So whatever halftime discussions they had really benefited both teams. They're able to hold steady. We're not seeing anyone really pull away or fall behind. Just some great roller derby.
Absolutely. And so Arizona taking this moment to pause and regroup.
This team timeout here brought to you by Element, excuse me. I should have read the pronunciation next to that. One of our sponsors here this weekend. Stay salty, drink Element. Try some here at Monsoon Madness or find yours at drinkelement.com. That's Element, drink Element, LMNT.com. That rolling whistle will bring that team timeout to a close. Or maybe I'm just hearing whistles. I think I heard a rolling whistle.
I thought I did too. There it is.
Yep, there's the 5 in the sky from Jinja Ninja. And we are off with Mecca wearing the star for Arizona Rising. Slaya with the star for the Starlets. Once again, both jammers caught up in these tripods, looking for any amount of space they can. Getting some offensive help here from the knockout for the Starlets, pushing over that pivot line, 1 to beat at the top, and that will be lead jammer assessed to Slaya. We did see a successful star pass there to Mimi Mahler, now the jammer of record for Arizona. I would have done exactly that same thing. I would not want Mimi to have that star for very long.
Mm-hmm. So 1 point picked up and now a drop away.
They are truly just teasing this approach to 100. Yep. Also holding Arizona scoreless though, so we'll take that. That will take that 1-0, 2-0, whatever you have. Slowly creeping up on that Arizona Rising lead with about 8 minutes left in the game as we go into Jam 16.
Yeah, Arizona has not put any points on the scoreboard since Jam number 9 here in the second half.
And it looks like another lead jammer will go to Little Evil as Kiwi is working the back of that pack, able to get out with a star stash. Little Evil coming up fast, looking to get some points.
Oh, a nice little boop out there by Just Monroe, knocking Little Evil to the inside.
Making that a, oh no, they will pick up 1 point for that. So it's going to be a 1-0, bringing the Starlets over the century mark. Once again, holding the Rising scoreless. Now, if they can keep up this trend of holding them scoreless, but maybe picking up a few more points in there, we could see some real momentum shift as these last 7 minutes of the game go through.
100%. This is far from over with Gail Satan wearing that star for Arizona and Glitter Bomb for the Dark Sky Starlets.
Gail Satan getting a big hit there on the knockout, looking to end that lead streak for the Starlets, and they are successful, picking up lead jammer Glitter Bomb with 1 to beat at the top, working their way around Colette Razorcat with a quick spin move there, completing their initial. Gail looking for some, picking up some points there. However, we are going to see a track cut assessed to Gail Satan there on the outside of turn 2, making this a power jam situation for Glitter Bomb. So we were just talking about kind of holding that other team to low points and picking up some points of their own. This would be an excellent opportunity for the Starlets to put some points on the board uncontested while Gail Satan is in the box. However, they are currently being run back by Mimi Mahler. Getting bumped out once more, Mimi further drawing them back. Glitter Bomb caught up in that defensive wall, being held basically passless here as Gail Satan re-enters the track, able to finish completing that initial pass. I believe they have several of those points in the pocket though. We are going to lose the knockout to the box here. Both pivots for both teams in the box in this 2-minute jam. Hopefully no jammers get tired. Glitter Bomb out, picking up 4 more points for the Starlets.
Arizona now with 4 skaters that have 5 penalties, and the Starlets at 2 with 5.
Getting a little bit more, 6. We're going to see 6 penalties there going to Mini Fridge. So a little bit of penalty trouble now occurring in the last few minutes of this game, which, I mean, if you're going to have penalty trouble, this is the time to have it.
That's right.
But you probably don't want to have it at all.
No. But you have 6 to give.
Seeing a team timeout here called by the Starlets. That last jam being a 12-10 jam in favor of Arizona. So even though it was a high-scoring jam, it was really only a 2-point jam at the end of the day.
Huge shout out to all of our volunteers here this weekend. Thank you everyone for giving your time to help make this tournament happen. Taping that track, watching at registration, running the stream and the camera. There's so many different jobs here. So thank you so much. And if you're interested in volunteering for Arizona Roller Derby, feel free to hit us up on the socials or our website. And hey, if you're local to any area and interested in helping, just Google it on up. There's probably roller derby not too far from you, and we all need volunteers.
There is not a league in the world that will turn away a volunteer. We cannot operate without you. We do have 5 in the sky here, and that's going to start us off going into Jam 18. We have Axel wearing the star and picking up lead for Arizona Rising. Pi R Squared working their way through the back of the pack here for the Starlets with just a few to beat as they approach that Clover Cut pivot line, being recycled back. Just as Axel comes in looking to score some points, taking a bump out there. I believe that is from the knockout. Little one-on-one blocking going very well for them. Mow You Down also bouncing off a hit there. Again, at the top of the pack, Axel is able to get out, shaking off that hit from the knockout, as Pi R Scared is still looking for some space here to be able to complete their initial pass. Axel is coming around after putting 4 points on the board, looking for, just a few more, just for funsies. Able to get out on that outside line, putting 4 more on the board for Arizona. We see a bit of a star stash / oh no, we are going to lose Pi R Scared to the box for a penalty. It looks like it was a forearm call, making this a power jam opportunity for Arizona. Smart call up there by Axel, completely icing Pi R Scared in the box, allowing for a fresh jammer to come out for Arizona and have almost a 30-second power jam opportunity for the Rising to really capitalize and spread out that score a little bit further.
Lots of shout outs from the Dark Sky Starlets fans in the Twitch stream. Thank you for watching from wherever you are. Maybe you decided to stay up in Flagstaff rather than come down here into all this heat of the valley, but we're glad you're here on Twitch as Mecca gets out first and picks up lead on this power start. Pi R Scared in the penalty box still.
Mecha being absorbed into this tripod. Getting an offensive sweep or help from the Arizona blockers. However, beautiful rotation and recycling by the Starlets just as Pyre Scared retakes the track, bringing that power jam to a close, bouncing off of Mecha there for just a moment and then able to find some space on the track and complete their initial. I heard some whistle blowing. It does look like we will lose a Starlet blocker to the box as Mecha calls that jam to a close, making that a 4-0 jam in favor of Arizona. We have about 2 minutes left in this half, so we're probably only going to have 1 to 2 more jams going into jam 20. And then who's our next game?
Our next game will be Boulder County playing in their first game of the weekend, going against Elevated roller derby out of Albuquerque.
Elevated winning their game last night against the Dark Sky Starlets. Getting a little bit of rest this morning before having to go for their second game.
We do have an official review being requested by the Starlets.
As soon as we get some information from our officials here, we'll relay it to you and let you know why this official review is being called. Offhand, just from watching the game, I may have missed where that occurred, so I have no personal insights on this one. We have Quadzilla over there in the stands earning the Spirit Award for the audience. Of course, as soon as I say that, he stops dancing, now involved in a conversation with Rollamite, the 2 grumpy grandpas of roller derby.
Neither of them having any idea that we're sitting here talking about them at this moment.
Well, you know, when you get older, your hearing starts to go, and the 2 grandpas there, I mean, they're right next to a speaker, and they're not hearing us at all.
No, but they are laughing a lot. Maybe it's their laughter that's covering the sound.
I would go with hearing loss.
Oh, here we go. We got Dak.
All right, so we have a little information on that official review here. The Starlets were requesting a low block call on the Arizona Rising jammer. However, it was determined that the hit had occurred after a position was already established, so the no call will stand, and the Starlets will lose their official review for this half, or for the game even. On the line here, we have Kiwi facing off Glitter Bomb. Both jammers here caught up in their respective tripods, looking for a little bit of space. Kiwi pushing at the top, able to get out, picking up lead for Arizona. Glitter Bomb looking for some space, but we'll see a successful star pass here to the knockout. Almost being driven out of bounds, but able to quickly hop and stay in as they are completing their initial. Beautiful work there by Kiwi, shaking off that hit from the Starlet blockers and putting 4 points on the board for Arizona Rising. Just as the knockout gets into the pack here, looking to pick up some points for the Starlets. Knockout facing off with the contingent from Arizona Tripod, but now only 2 as the Tripod is trying to reform as Kiwi puts another 4 points on the board. Knockout with 1-ish, 2-ish to beat. Well, I say that, and then they recycle around, reabsorbing Knockout into the pack. Big hit out there from 2x4s. Both jammers here kind of caught up in the straightaway coming out of turn 2. Knockout being run back once again. However, Kiwi still working against that Starlet defensive wall, finding a little bit of space with some offensive help from one of their skaters, able to hop around, put another 4 points on the board, bringing them over that 200 mark, or bringing them to that 200 mark, excuse me, for Arizona. Knockout still working back and forth against this tripod from Arizona Rising. Both teams, or both jammers, really just kind of absorbed in these tripods. I can see our refs looking around, making sure that everyone's still doing all the things that they're supposed to do.
And there it is. Time has run out on the jam clock and the period clock.
We'll see in that last pass, Arizona Rising was able to pick up 2 more points officially, bringing them over that 200 mark. We're going to wait for that rolling whistle to give you our official scores as our skating officials are confirming with their non-skating counterparts that the score is accurate.
Make sure you do stick around for that next game, Boulder County and Elevated Roller Derby. And there it is.
That rolling whistle will make our final score 202 Arizona Rising, 114 for the Dark Skies Starlets.
Thanks everyone for being here. Be sure to get out there and give those high fives to the skaters, and we'll see you at the next game.
Artlist.io